All right, let's talk about Cadillac's big new idea for the family car, the 2026 Vistiq. Now, on the surface, it's a three-row electric SUV, but underneath, it's hiding a pretty wild secret. What if your totally practical, everyday family hauler was actually faster than a lot of sports cars?
And boom, here it is. I mean, you can see that classic Cadillac DNA right away, right? You've got those sharp lines, that big, bold front end, but it's all wrapped up in this super sleek electric package. This is the kind of car that's supposed to make the morning school drop-off feel, well, a little less like a chore and a lot more like a first-class ride.
So yeah, this whole thing is built on a pretty bonkers idea. It's asking a simple question. Can you really have a practical 7-seat SUV that also has that insane pin-you-to-your-seat kind of acceleration? That's the crazy combo we're going to dig into.
Okay, so where does the Vistiq actually fit into Cadillac's whole master plan? Look, this isn't just another model they're rolling out. It's meant to be their flagship, their big statement piece for the electric family. This is supposed to be the top dog, where all the best performance, luxury, and tech come together.
So how do they pull this off? Well, the magic behind all of this is GM's platform. The best way to think about it is like a high-tech skateboard, right? It's this flat base of batteries and motors, and the engineers can pretty much build whatever kind of car they want on top of it. That modular design is the whole key. It's what lets them cram so much power and range into a big vehicle like this. It's really their secret sauce.
All right, let's get to the good stuff. What does that fancy platform actually deliver when it comes to performance? And I got to give you a heads up here. The numbers we're about to look at are, well, they're not exactly what you'd expect from your typical family SUV. First up, let's talk horsepower. The Vistiq is pushing around 615 horsepower. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's coming from its dual motor system. And to put it into perspective, that is more power than you get in a lot of dedicated two-seater sports cars. So we're not just talking about having enough power to merge onto the highway. This is serious performance. But you know, horsepower is really only half the story when it comes to EVs. The real jaw-dropper is the torque. We're talking about 650 pound-feet of it. And that's the force that gives you that instant, silent, whoa, what just happened feeling that just shoves you back in your seat the second you even think about touching the accelerator.
So, okay, you've got all this horsepower, all this torque. What does it actually do? Well, it gets this massive three-row family SUV from 0 to 60 in about 3.7 seconds. No, you did not hear that wrong. 3.7. That's not just fast for an SUV, that is ludicrously fast for pretty much anything with four wheels on a public road. It just completely flips the script on what a practical vehicle is supposed to be.
Okay, but let's be real. Mind-bending speed doesn't mean a thing if the inside feels like you're sitting in a plastic penalty box. So, what's it actually like to live with this thing day to day? Well, Cadillac's whole approach here was to make the interior feel less like a car and more like, I don't know, a mobile luxury lounge.
And a huge part of that luxury experience, especially in an EV, is freedom from range anxiety, right? The Vistiq is estimated to get you around 300 miles on a full charge. What that really means is you're not just limited to running errands around town. This thing is built for those big family road trips, without that constant nagging stress of where's the next charge.
And the absolute centerpiece of this whole interior is this just massive, curved 33-inch LED display. I mean, look at it. It's one single piece of glass that just sweeps across the entire dashboard. It combines your driver gauges and all your infotainment stuff into one seamless, immersive command center. It honestly looks like it was pulled right out of a sci-fi movie.
And you know, that luxury feeling isn't just for the driver. It extends to pretty much every passenger. We're talking way beyond just having seats for 7 people. You've got features designed for pure comfort, like heated, ventilated, and massaging front seats, plus heated seats for the second row too. The whole philosophy here is pretty clear. There are no bad seats in this house.
So we've established that the Vistiq is ridiculously powerful and super comfortable. But it's also designed to be, well, like an intelligent co-pilot. All the tech packed in here isn't just for showing off to your friends. It's there to actually actively make your drive safer and a whole lot less stressful.
And the undisputed star of the tech show is Super Cruise. That's Cadillac's hands-free driving system. On certain highways, this thing can literally take over the steering, the braking, and the acceleration for you. And if you've ever been on a long, boring road trip, you know what a total game changer that is for just cutting down on fatigue. You combine that with Google Built Right In for navigation and a whole suite of safety stuff, and you've got a car that's constantly working to make your job as the driver easier. Okay, so we've looked at the insane power, the plush luxury, the smart tech, but what does it all add up to? When you put all these pieces together, what is the 2026 Vistiq really?
Well, the goal here is pretty ambitious. It's trying to be the complete, do-it-all, family vehicle for the electric age. It's Cadillac's attempt to prove that you don't have to make compromises anymore. You don't have to choose between speed, or space, or sophistication. You can actually have it all in one package.
And really, this is the formula, isn't it? You start with that absolutely commanding, shocking performance, but you wrap it up in a genuinely spacious, practical, and luxurious seven-seater. You add in all the advanced smart technology for safety and convenience. That's the whole shebang. It's comfortable, it's practical, and it's wicked fast. That's the core idea of the Vistiq.
And you know, all of this brings us to one last really interesting question. The Vistiq proves, without a doubt, that a big family SUV can be this fast. But does it need to be? Is this kind of blistering, supercar-level speed the new must-have feature for the future of the family road trip? I'll leave you to chew on that one. Thanks for tuning in.